company of heroes. So welcome everybody. See lots of friends here today. Hey Chris, hey Brian, hey Greg. Let's see, I see Matt's here, Pickle, Jess, hey Derek, hey Brian. Oh sweet, so Designer's here. Oh boy, can't mess up. So oh, it's froze for a moment. Oh, interesting. Okay. I do not see any drop frames. I'll have to watch that. Let me, I'm watching the chat, so if something happens, let me know. You always use the ping command too. So, oh, stream voice is out of sync. But, oh, starting bit, but now it's out of sync for me. Interesting. What's that one? I don't know. Let's see. No audio. Huh, okay. Oh, I'm fine now. Okay. Well, that's weird. I think that's a hiccup. Yeah, it's a hiccup on YouTube end, I think. I'm looking at the stats right now. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, go ahead. If you're watching live, go ahead and reload this video, because it seems like people have been reloading it. It's working now, so I guess it was a sputter at some point. So yeah. Appreciate everyone. Okay. Welcome to Cooperative Heroes. This is a game I particularly love. I have played quite a few different, not a ton, just a few different war games over the years, and I always wanted to have one in my collection, and this one is my go-to. This is the one in my collection. I love this one. So, since I haven't covered this on the channel, I will be doing a full teach. So you guys will see how this game works. And what we'll do tonight is I've got it set up to do a game of it. We'll see how much of this game I play through. So quick disclaimer that I do like playing this one with a bigger map than what you see today. But I can't fit the game on the table. So that is why I haven't covered this game yet, because I was trying to figure out how to do so. But I figured this will be good enough to kind of communicate what the game does. You guys can understand the game a little bit, because there is a game found launching for this one in the near future. So, and I'm definitely backing that one because I love this game. Also, shout out to Easy Board Games. He recently did a excellent how to play of this game on his channel. So go check him out. Does a great job over there. He'll go into the rules in excellent detail if you want to know anything else about this game that I might have missed or not have covered. So, okay, let's jump down to the table and start Company of Heroes. Yeah, I'm doing a new table at some point. Correct. It is a limiting thing. So you see here, this is one panel. I like to play with two panels. So I like playing a map twice the size. I say that because there's a lot more, you can maneuver around the board a lot better, and it's just more interesting from that standpoint. But this is fine. It's a skirmish game. It'll play quicker this way. But we'll be playing with the solo rules of this one. And the whole premise of the game is trying to get victory points. And the whole point, and how you do that, the main way of doing that is going to, these are stands. And on these stands, we'll be taking over the control points and putting little flags on them to see who controls them. And basically, whatever symbols down here will gain those every round. So basically, you want to control each of these control points, get resources, and get victory points to win the game. You can also get victory points by blowing up other units, but the primary way of doing it is controlling these points. There'll be no dice for this face. Yes, I know, Derek. Victory points. So, and yes, I have all the bling on this one. I went all in on this. What you'll see here, other than like the 3D terrain, and there might be some of the components in here, you'll see this is mostly the core game plus the solo expansion. And I have the bling for the trees and the buildings, all that fun stuff. So, but yeah. So yeah, whole point is get 11 points. Is this game, and how it works is there's going to be different spawning areas. So you can see down here along this path, this edge, and this edge are going to be where the two forces spawn from. And so as you're viewing it from the YouTube, going from the left to the right will be the AI force. They're the work mark, so they are here, and they're going to be playing with these face down cards. I don't know what they are, and that's the cool thing about this. You use these cards to indicate those units. One thing about the quality of this game, the quality of this game is insane, like absolutely fantastic. These aren't. I wish I could describe what these are. They're like. I want to say, if you're familiar with like plastic cards from like chip theory games, it's got like that type of material, but like a thick version of it. It's really, really nice, really durable. Like, love these things. Yeah, so the Euro game. Yeah, exactly. You got it, Matt. You got it. So, and blowing stuff up. But it is the one thing I liked about this one that's different than other like war games out there is it is a lot about resource management. So if you come over here, this here is the board. You can see up here, this up here is going to be our income. So right now it's all at 0. But at some point, hopefully we'll move those up as we take over different control points. And then down here's the actual resources we have to spend. So we'll be able to spend these resources to buy more units, get upgrades, level up, all that fun stuff. So this is all about buying units, leveling them up, getting victory points. That's the name of the game. So... yeah, kind of like a PVC card. Yeah, that's a good way of it, Brian. It's like that, but it feels like a thick one, an extra thick one. So, hey, Michael, welcome. And so on here, you can see there's different resources. There's manpower, ammunitions, fuel, and the bottom one, which is covered up here, this little star, that is victory points. So I have this marker down here, but I will also put it up on the screen as well. So there we go. So this symbol up top here is going to be us. We're playing US in this version. US is a very versatile one. It's easy to learn, so I thought that was a good one to start with. Here's the enemy victory points, and down here, this will be the income for the enemy. The nice thing about this game is when we play with solo, you only have to keep track of their income on their victory points, and then how many victory points they actually have. The rest of the stuff doesn't matter. Tracks. Resource management, victory points, definitely your game. Yeah, yeah. It is, it's got that feeling for it, for sure, for sure. Okay. So here's the board. I'll briefly describe what you see in front of you, and then we'll just dive into how the game works. So on here, technically all these plastic pieces, these are just bling. The real thing is if you zoom into the board here, you'll see that this is all hex base. There's green areas and yellow areas. The green areas are heavy cover. The yellow areas are light cover. You see that by the number of dots there. And so I just put plastic on there just so it makes it a little cooler, and there's another reminder that there's cover I have to worry about. Oh, actually, here while we're looking, you can see that this control plane will give us ammunition income and manpower income, that's how you can read that. Other ones you might see over here, this one is red. Anything red is something you cannot cross. So you can see over it, you can't move into it. Makes sense because this is water, right? So the other thing you'll see if you pull this back, oops, dropped my dice. This here is a black border. This is a building spot. And the buildings all have 2 health on them. Yes, they can be blown up. Very, very cool. Yeah, it's a war game for your enjoys. That's a good way of saying it. Yeah, yeah, I get that. But the expansion no one asked for. Yes, it's Chris. I love that video. I should put a link to that video. What's his name? Oh gosh, he does great work. A lot of funny videos. Okay, yeah, so that's how you read the board. Basically, the cover only matters for infantry when they're in that hex. Vehicles, they don't get cover. So the nice thing is you kind of just have to worry about the red zones. Can't move into those. That's the main thing. And of course, buildings are the other one. Buildings will block line of fire and all that fun stuff. So, okay. To start the game, because I'm playing on a smaller map, I'm going to start with 2 infantry. You see the infantry here and here. So I'll get those for free. And I also have a starting income, and this is all based upon what map you choose. The bad guys is going to start with these 3 units, and that's based upon the enemy we choose. So the cool thing about this one, oh yeah, Pro CD, thank you, that's the one. So the nice thing about this game is it has a lot of variety in how you want to play it. You can choose your faction, the enemy faction, and then you can choose commanders to customize it. I'll show you in a commander a little bit, but in addition to that, you can also choose how difficult a game you want to play. This is the easy difficulty. and show here, this is basically what they're going to do. All the special abilities are down here. We'll go through this later, don't worry about it. But the important thing here is they normally start with 4 tokens on the board, green tokens, green units. But because of playing a smaller map, I subtract by 1, so only 3. But we're going to put a cube on here, and so that's going to keep track of how many rounds. So next round, we'll have to spawn this unit, then these units, and keep going. And basically, when we get to the red zone, we actually change the deck we draw from. We draw from a more difficult deck. We get to the bottom, they'll just keep spawning that unit for the rest of the game until someone gets enough victory points. So, the important thing about this one is we need to know is we're going to put a speed die on all these units. You can see here, they're all speed die, so they're extra fast. And I have 3 green units, so -1 there. The rest of the card won't matter yet, but we'll explain that more as we go. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is the building board. So in the game, you start with 1, and then you got 2 more you can unlock throughout the course of the game. And so you can see, if I look at the bottom down here, if I have these resources, let me turn my green screen so you see better. If I spend these resources, I can unlock this building to get more units. And so there are 2 levels. You have to do the level 2 building before you can do level 3 building. So this is how you get your most advanced, most powerful units. So a big part of the game is, like, do I buy units? Do I save them to unlock to upgrade my faction, basically, get more units? That's how it works. All right. Let's start diving into the game at this point. All right. So the first phase of the game is the maneuver phase. So maneuver phase, when you're playing with the bot, the human starts and then the bot goes. And it's very simple. Okay, now turn order, that we ignore this for solo, basically, or basically each, I guess the human starts then the bot goes, okay? This one talks about an operation card. That is for when you play competitive or against another opponent. I won't be covering that in this video. You can watch other videos for that. That's not needed at all in solo or co-op play, which is the only way I play this game. I actually don't even know how it works exactly, to be honest. So I read the rulebook a little bit, like, that seems interesting, but I don't really care. So I skipped over it. But the important thing is this part here. Spend 3 CPs. CPs are command points. Basically, we're the leader, and we're going to then spend these command points to move the units around the board. So how the rule works is we can that's what these cubes are, and basically I can assign them to any of the units to move them 1 hex. And I can assign all 3 cubes to 1 unit to make it move 3 spaces, or I could do 1 here and 2 here. One moves 1, the other moves 2. Split them up however you want, doesn't matter. The rule is, though, once a unit has 3 cubes next to him, 3 command points next to him, they can't move anymore during that maneuver phase. So they have a max movement they can move. And so this is a way you can, like, hedge your bets, or you can sprint to a spot. It's a little bit of cat and mouse on how that works. Yes, it's 3 CP. Oh, you get it now, right? Good. Okay. So this is how we're going to move our units. Now, I've chosen 2 different types of units on here. Let's talk about that briefly so we can get into the game a little bit more. So I started with a rifleman and a mortar team, so you can see 1 of each. And the important thing here is lots of stats. The bottom section here and here, you can kind of ignore that for now. This is our upgrades. So you'll see that at the end of this round, we'll be able to upgrade them. But right now, it won't matter. The important part is the top section here. So we have health, and that is, of course, how much health we can take before they are destroyed. And that is indicated by the number of guys on there. And that's going to look really weird to turn this off. So you can see here, I've got this tray. I've got 4 guys on it. So you can see that once I lose health, I just remove a guy from it. Or gain health back, I'll put a guy back. So very simple. Really nice trays. Also, they have space behind there. So when you do upgrade them or get bonuses of some nature, you can actually put cubes back there. So this is how we're going to be able to differentiate which unit has what upgrades and what powers and abilities like that. So, but right now, here's an example of our infantry. So I'm going to spend, just for explanation's sake here, these 3 CPs right away. I'm going to have this unit move 1, 2 into the building, and then 3 to this control point here. So I'll run through that building into this spot here. So Just going straight for those control points because that's the important part about the game. It's funny. My son absolutely loves this game. He loves all the miniatures, all the tanks, and everything. Yeah, let me just show you this real quick since you mentioned it. Like, here's the tray of miniatures for the U.S. faction. You see all the different tanks and everything, really nicely organized. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, all right, sweet. So I spent my 3 CP for that round. I am done. Moves on to the enemy. So the enemy is ready to spend their 3 CP this turn. So how do we figure out how that works? That is done by this deck. So we're going to draw the first card and look at this card here. So this is what they want to do. They want to do Recon and Force. So first thing we need to do is look at the top left, and then we work our way down this list, okay? And what we're looking for is the first unit we can activate. Now in this game, there are 4 different types of units. In fact, let's take a quick look at this here. There we go. So, well, I guess there's 5 of them. Technically, this is a building. But basically here, there's different types of units. There's infantry, which are represented by a green heart. Yellow is a light vehicle. Red is a heavy vehicle. And purple is an emplacement. Basically like a temporary base. You can think of it that way, almost. A sandbag area where we can have a fortification. It's a good way of thinking of it. So, and this one, because I bring this up because right now the enemy only has green units, so we know that we can skip this first one. The yellow one's not going to do anything. We're only going to do this one here. So, what this is going to reference a different card. So, that is going to reference this green control point AI card. And so, this is divided into 2 halves. You can see here, this is the same symbol, right? And the first half of this tells us what unit to pick, and the second half of this tells us what that unit is going to do. Looks like a lot. It's a lot once you start getting into it, but honestly, once you start playing the game, this becomes very quick and easy to do. More 44. Oh, yeah, I haven't played that one in a long time. Yep, I've played that in quite a while. So, in this one, we need to pick the closest to a VCP. VCP is a victory control point. So I haven't explained that yet, but that's a good time to talk about right now. So we look at the board right over here. So this here is a VCP, victory control point, because this has the blue is the victory points. So basically, we want to find the unit that's closest to any of these flags, control points on the board that has victory points. So there's one up here, which is pretty close, and one down here. These are the 2 closest, but this one is, this unit is 1, 2, 3 away, and this one's further than that, okay? So what that tells us is, based upon the selection, we must select this unit up here. Okay. Now, what they're going to do, if the enemy has a unit on any VCP within CP range, assault it. The enemy is going to be us. We got to read from their perspective. So right now, it's what it's asking for is are we on a victory control point that they can come attack us? If they do, go attack us. Obviously, we're not close enough. We're not going to do that. So we do if none, move towards or assault to capture the nearest control point. So basically, they're just going to run and capture that point. Yep, yeah, because there's a lot of acronyms in this one. So I'm going to explain all the acronyms as we get through them. We'll catch on pretty quick though. If you know the command and color system, it's the World War II version of that. Yes, that's correct, Brian. All the acronyms. Yep. So this one is going to move. So, well, I haven't explained this yet, but this speed die, as you might guess by the name speed. Let me put this away for now. It means it's extra fast. So remember I said I can spend these command points and move them. I can move this one for free by exhausting that die. So that's like a free movement, and then I can spend another 3 cubes on it to move it. So basically, this one has a range of 4 instead of 3. The nice thing about it is we only need to spend the one movement will move it here, and then 2 more cubes will move it to that spot there, which we need to go. So let's go ahead and move that there to the spot here. They can move through the building, all that fun stuff. Oh, I didn't also mention these numbers on the board. So the numbers on the board are the spawn points for the enemy. It tells me where they're going to spawn. PLA is just 3 letter acronyms for sure. All right, but that's it. We do have 1 CP left over, command point left over, and what that would mean is we would then go to this card and look at the next thing to activate. So then we would then look for a purple unit to activate, and then we look for a blue unit to activate until we spent all our command points. In this case, there's no more of those units on the board. We can ignore the rest of that card, and that's basically it. So they had one command point they didn't use. That's just wasted. So that is 1 round of maneuver. So I know it was a long one, but I wanted to go through that explanation. Now it's back to us. And this is going to go pretty fast because we don't have that many units to move. So we've got 3 more command points. I'm going to just spend it for these guys. They're going to go 1, 2, and 3 up into the building. So they're going to be up in the building, hanging out, ready to take this command point here. So that is actually in that same building spot. They're also going to benefit from the cover from that building, which is kind of nice. Okay, very simple. We're done. Bad guy goes. Let's draw a card for them. They are going to do this, danger close. We can skip all the other symbols except for the bottom one, that red assault, or the green assault one. So green assault is this card here. So we want to pick a unrevealed one, which all of them are. Then we would pick one that's closest to your VCP without an ally on it. Now we can skip, this is a really good point to talk about here. We can skip any units that are happy. That's a good way to talk about it. Happy units are units that have all 3 CPs, 3 command points on them, because they can't move anymore. Or any units that are on a control point that they don't control. So this one is happy. We can ignore this. He's not going to do anything else for the rest of this maneuver phase. So we're only looking at these 2. So between these 2, which one is closest to the victory control point? Honestly, either one. Doesn't matter. So then we do the reading order. It's reading order, and because I turned this map sideways, the reading order is going to be left to right, top to down. So left to right would be going from here to here, and then top to down going down the road there. So if I were to go reading order, it would then cause this one to go first. So this one's going to move. So we're going to spin the speed die, and he wants to go where? Assault onto an enemy within range. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can't assault anybody. So he's going to move to max range towards the nearest enemy. And the range here is this number on top. Let me show you what that looks like up close. So you see here, there is a little 2. That is their range. So we know how close you want to get. All right. So this guy is going to spend his speed die to move here. And then he's going to go 1, 2, and then probably 3 here. That is what they're going to do. And that is all of their cubes. They couldn't quite make it to that control point. Okay. We're done. We have no more units we can spend. It's back to the bad guy turn. They have basically 1 more unit that can do something. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to do this defensive maneuver. So let's look at the defensive maneuver card here. So obviously that's the only one we'd pick. They're going to move to capture an unoccupied control point within CP range. So there's a difference between control point and victory control point. Victory control point has the bluish star. Control point has anything else. And so it's looking at this one right here. Can it capture this? It definitely can. So he's going to spend this to move 1, and then 2 more control points will get him here and then here. Or it doesn't matter, it does. He can get there no problem. So 2 there. And then we got 1 we didn't use, which is fine. And then basically, that's it for them. Because all the units are happy. All our units are happy. We do have leftover control points. Command points, they don't do anything because there's nothing else we can do. That is all of the maneuver phase. So we keep going through this order over and over again, spending points, moving them around. Okay. After we're done with that, we can go ahead and pick up all these tokens, actually, at this point. Doesn't really matter anymore. So you can keep them there too if you want. It's no big deal. But I like to pull them off at this point. So we are done with that. We can now move on to the next phase of the game, which is going to be damage. So there's 3 phases. We have maneuver, damage, and then the last one is this one, supply phase. So damage is very simple. We're going to then look to see who we can shoot. So, the big thing about this game is there's a difference between range and vision. Every unit in the game has 2 vision, so they can see 2 hexes away. Range is going to be different. So let's take a quick look at this card. This all makes sense a little bit. So you can see here the riflemen, they have a range of 2. So they can see 2 spaces, and they can also shoot 2 spaces. But if you look at the mortar team, once they're able to fire, they can fire, looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away, but they cannot fire 1 space away. That's why it's grayed out. So 2 to 5 spaces away, they can shoot. But they can only see two spaces away. So you might be wondering, like, how does that work? Basically, there's something called spotting in this game. So if any other unit is close enough to see a unit, all units can see them. You call it in. Hey, there's an enemy over here at this coordinates. Cool, let me fire then. So that's how the longer range units, like the mortar team, can actually hit things further away, even though they can't see them. As long as someone else can see them, everyone can see them. So that's what spotting is. But right now, looking at the board, is anybody within 2 of another enemy? There are none. There are zero targets we could do anywhere from either the bad guy or us. So, yeah, forward observers is a good way of saying it. Yep. So it's you kind of want to get some units out there to be able to call the shots from the people in the back. So that's the goal. All right. Oh, that guy's gonna mess up my plans. I had a plan with these guys, and I don't think it's gonna work anymore. That's okay. We'll figure it out later. That's next turn problems. Okay, but so this is what the damage phase is all about. But before we go through all that fun stuff, we do actually collect experience as well. So by default, we collect 1 experience no matter what. So you put 1 cube over into this section of your board here, and this is where we're going to spend to level up our stuff. I'll explain that in a little bit here. And then we'll be able to assign our attacks. And I'll explain that in the next round because right now we're not going to have any damage. But basically, every time you assign damage to an enemy, you get an experience just for assigning damage. And then if you destroy a unit, you get a victory point. If your unit gets destroyed, you get experience. So it's a little bit of a way. So you still get something even if you get blown up. So, but we'll go through this, like I said, next time because there's nothing to shoot here. So I'll explain that with a real example in the future. Okay, now we go straight to the supply phase. Now we're going to neutralize. So basically, if any flags were on the enemy team, the opposite team, they become nothing. And then you can also capture flags, which then adjust our incomes, and then we gather our resources. So this is where we're going to do quite a bit right now. So looking at the board, we are currently in this spot, and this unit can capture, all the infantry can capture points. And we're going to be the blue team. So I'm going to put a blue flag on this point here. So let me turn this so you can kind of see a little bit. There you go. So I got that one. So this one is going to be a victory point and a manpower income. So coming back to our board here, we're going to get a victory point income and a manpower income. That's how that works. The other one we have is over here. This one we also captured. That's going to give us ammunition and manpower. Oops, let me not knock that over. Put our flag on that one. And like you might expect over here, we get another manpower and ammunition. Cool. That is all the flags we have captured. Now the enemy, I will give them red flags. They managed to capture this one here. And looks like that one down there as well. So those 2 flags. Now, for the enemy, we don't care what they capture, except if it has a victory point on it. So this one does. Now, when you play this game, not virtually here, you can grab another one of these boards and keep track of the victory points for the enemy there. But to make it easy for myself, I'm going to do it digitally with this counter up here. So they captured 1 income for the victory points. So I'll change that to a 1. Okay. Now, we get to move on to the rest of this. So now we're going to collect our resources according to our income levels. So very simple. Come over here. And we tuck this away for a second. So we will get 2 manpower. So let's move that up 2. And 1 ammo. And no more fuel, but we do get victory points, so that's going to move up to 1. So, and I also put it up here as well, so it can follow along. So we get 1 point. Woo! But the enemy also has 1 income for victory point. They also get 1 point, so we're tied. We're tied. Okay, and now we can look to see if we won. Obviously, we didn't win. Then we move on to spending resources. So this is the fun part about the game. I love this part. Hey, Victor, how's it going? Welcome. Yes, the handles are not working. I agree. So, this is where we're going to figure out how we're going to upgrade our units. We can come down here and now figure out what we want to spend. So now we'll talk about this board in a little more detail. So, I can go ahead and buy a new rifleman for the cost of 4 manpower. Or I can buy another mortar team for 4 manpower. Or I can buy this Jeep for 2 manpower and 1 fuel. So it depends on what resource we have here, right? Oops, not there. Sorry, wrong spot. There we go, this guy here. So we actually have quite a few resources. But we can also spend that to give us unlock a new building. So that will require 1 manpower and 2 fuel. And that would allow us to then be able to build this stuff here. Where you get a machine gun team, an AT gun, and a Greyhound. So that's really cool. But, so we can build that stuff, but we can also do some other things. Now, I'm playing with an expansion in here. The expansion is called Lost Brigade. So Lost Brigade is really cool. You get to grab an extra unit you can unlock. So I can unlock this unit and build it. It's kind of separate from your building tiles. So you can actually have a specialization. So I chose this cheaper tank so you guys can see a tank in the game. But we have to unlock it first. So let's talk about the commander and that unit a little bit here. So up here you can see that this here is the experience. So in order to unlock this ability, I need to spend 1 experience, which we do have. And then I can spend 2 manpower and 3 fuel to get this unit, this new tank. You can add this tank to the game, and here's its stats. We'll go with the stats in a little bit, but 3 health and 2 range, and this one's really, really fast. Or, this is the commander. The cool thing about this game is there's a lot of different commanders, and you start from the left, and you can work your way to the right as you unlock these abilities. So right now, we can spend our 1 experience to get this Recon Support Company ability, which will then turn all our riflemen and give them, when I upgrade them, we can give them +1 range as well. So now they can shoot further. And then we get another experience, we can unlock this Recon Sweep. So then we can send in this aircraft to go and scout these areas and be able to see enemies that might be hidden from us. Be able to spot them, which is really nice. You get even further, you get a priest calling this tank, and then finally we get an airdrop group. We can then start airdropping guys anywhere we want on the board, which is really cool. So that's what's really fun about this game is once you kind of get a feel for how the faction works, they all have the different builds. You can customize the build and how they function by these commanders, and even add onto these Lost Brigades to have a unique unit you can also build. So I'm not sure I want to build, upgrade, or level up. Let's come back to that in a second, but also let's describe one last section down here. So we also have these units we can upgrade. So not only can we spend this to get all this fun stuff here, but each unit has 2 upgrade options. It has 1 with experience, so I can spend 2 experience to get these dice, this new attack type to this unit, or 3 munitions to get this attack type to the unit. So each unit has different ways to upgrade. It's always an experience way and a munitions way. So they can level up twice in the game. So not only can you level up your buildings and your units, you can level up each individual unit as well. And your commander. So for us though, we could get a tank right now and start messing around. That could be kind of fun. But that Recon support group, getting this plane so we can, I kind of want to get this plane pretty quick so we can then create a mortar team and kind of shoot from a distance. So let's go and start leveling that up instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend our 1 experience to unlock the first level there. So we have this ability to get further range on our infantry. But in order to do that, we need to spend this here. So if we spend this, we will be able to get a new attack value and get additional range for them. So I think too, Jeeps are very, very useful. So Jeeps have the ability, this symbol here means they can capture points. This symbol here means you can carry another unit. And then this here is it's fast. And at some point we can level up so you can actually heal other units. So it's always nice to have a fast unit that can drive around and drop people off. So let's go and buy one of them. Let's spend, let's see, 2 manpower, 1 fuel. Buy a Jeep. Okay. So for that Jeep, we're going to have to spawn it over here someplace. And you don't have to play with these, but these are really, really nice. These are vehicle trays. I'm a big fan of playing with these. So, and the reason why, you put the miniature on there, and then I can put the dice, the health value, into the little holder here, and then any upgrades they have, I can put them into the spot here, or just in the tray itself. So I'm going to put their speed die there. So then this way, when I move it around, it all stays together, which is really nice. So let's put this one, let's put them here. Thinking about driving this direction, and maybe we even get another unit. I don't have enough income for that. Bummer. Yeah, I was hoping I could get something else as well. I can't. I need more. I need to take more control points to make this work. But actually, this could actually take a point too. Actually, maybe that makes sense. Because my thought is having this guy come here. This is a really important spot because there's only fuel on the map. So maybe I could do that, and maybe I can have this Jeep drive. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can take that other control point right down there. So we'll put the Jeep here, and we'll split up that direction. Hopefully these guys can survive for a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Can I upgrade these? I could. Don't think it's going to matter for what I'm doing, though. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter for what I'm doing. Okay, I'll hang on to it for now. Well, do I? Yeah, let's do it. I don't know how long this is going to last, this game, so. We'll spend that ammunition, and I'm going to go ahead and unlock this ability here for that rifleman group. So I get to choose this attack type. So, and let me explain what this means exactly. So I'm going to get additional range. So I'm going to put this die on it because our commander. And I'm going to give them an additional attack type here. So then they're good at taking on infantry. All right, so let's put those 2 upgrades right here. And then I'm basically good. So that's the first round. I'll explain what those dice and those symbols mean in a second, because we'll do that in the next damage phase. But it'll make sense once you get to that part of the game. That's 1 round. Let's go do it again. So, maneuver phase. I think after this next round, you'll probably see the full game and kind of understand it by then. At least well enough to play. There's a lot of other rules we'll come to as we play through it. So, of course, we're going to start, and we've got our cubes to spend. Oh, hold on. The bad guy is going to spawn a yellow unit, and they're going to spawn here at number 1. Okay. And these will get refreshed, so they have their speed die again. Okay, cool. All right, so it's up to us. We've got these cubes. So yeah, I'm going to spend 1 to move down here, and then 2 with this unit here to move into this control point. Okay. And technically I have to kind of do these one at a time, but I want to just assign that now before I forget. So there's something else that's important in the game, and that is because right now we don't know what these units are. As soon as one of us comes in range of the other, we'll be able to flip and see what unit is there. So that's why I moved this one here, because it's only 2 spaces away. And this one here is also 2 spaces away, both those, so I can see all of them. That's the goal. And I want to do that specifically because I'll show you why. Let's look at this one. So flip it over. So this one is a rookie Panzer Grenadiers. So 5 health. And I will put a green dice on there for the health. They've got 3 range, and then they can create some... They can heal other vehicles, and then they can also drop down some build sandbags and stuff like that. So that's a lot of health. Do not like that unit. But some of them also have a flip effect, which means if I don't spot them first and they move and flip on their own, there's an extra negative effect that happens. So this one doesn't have that, but I'm betting one of the other ones will. So that's got 5 health. This one gets spotted as well, so take a look at this. Oh, this one doesn't have anything either. It's got 4 health on it. So just another rookie. And let's see if this one has one. Spot this one. Ah, this one doesn't have anything either. Bummer. That's hoping. So sometimes they have bad effects. So that's why I wanted to make sure I took a look at them first. But in this case, yeah, nothing happens there. So. What about the green die? Another green die. All right. That one's got 4 health. That guy's not too strong, which is okay. All right. Spent my 3 CP. I'm done. Now the bad guy goes. So let's see what they're going to do. Recon and 4. So they do have a yellow unit. So we're going to do the first one. And then if we have any CPs left over, we'll do the green one. So we're going to do those 2. So that is going to be this one. So obviously we only have 1 yellow unit to pick. We don't have to worry about the rest of it. And this is what they're going to try to do. They're going to, if the enemy has a unit on any non-building victory point within CP range, they don't. We're too far away from it. So it's going to move towards or assault to capture the nearest non-building control point. So it wants to get to a non-building control point. Yeah, there are no bad effects. Better luck next time, exactly. So this one's going to move 1. Let's see. We'll go 1, 2. It won't be there. It'll probably go 1, 2, 3 here. It'll probably go here. Ah, actually, this might happen, actually, because looking here, this guy, he can actually move 1, 2, 3. And he's at 2 range, so we do flip this one, see what it is, and it might have effect. Of course it does. Of course it has an effect. The one unit I didn't get has an effect. So this is a light half track. It's going to have 3 health. It's going to have a speed die on it. Okay, so it's going to move 1 more space, basically. And it can heal guys and transport guys. And this one means, I think that means we're going to spawn a purple as well. Oh, that's right. We're going to drop a purple guy, a purple unit. It was actually right along with him, and it's going to spawn next to him. That's what's going to happen. So I think it's going to end up, so it's here, it's going to end up here because it's going to spend the speed die. And then it's going to drop this unit here. The purple units are special. And that's going to be probably onto that control point. That's basically what's going to... That'll make the most sense. So that is going to be some more Grenadiers. And these have, oh gosh, explosive damage, and they shoot over line of sight in buildings. We'll explain that a little bit. But yeah, so that truck basically drove up and dropped off some guys to take over the control point. Not great. Not great. So, oh boy. It's pretty fun how the AI actually works in this game. It's like they have their own surprises. It's thematic how it works. It's just really cool on everything on that front. So that's gonna have 3 cubes. That one's happy. That one's also gonna be happy because it wants to take over that control point at least. Okay, but that's a lot of bad guys for yeah, I don't have any units on board. It's not looking so good. Not looking so good at all. Okay. Our turn. We got three more things to do here. This guy's in heavy cover at least, so that's good. I really want to take that point, so I'm going. Hopefully, he doesn't die. We'll find out. Um, this guy, I want to move him. Oh man, I'm betting this is going to go to that control point. And the problem with this unit is it can't. Oh, you know what I forgot to do for it? Hold on, hold on. I forgot to put this die on it. It is currently in a unpacked state. It's a mortar team, so basically they have to unpack and set up the mortar, then they can start shooting. So right now they can't shoot. All they're doing is running around capturing buildings. My thought was to come here and then set them up so they can start firing. But the problem with that is this guy. Well, I think it's probably worth it anyway. Let's spend one to move here, and I'll spend another third to unpack. So it's unpacked to a check mark, so now they can actually shoot. Unfortunately, he won't be able to shoot this unit, but he shoots a different unit. In fact, with his long range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can shoot all the way down here. So that's a nice thing about this one. He might get killed by this guy, but at least he can shoot down there. All right. So that was 2 of my control points, command points. One is to unpack them, and then when you unpack these guys, you do have to set up their line of fire. So how that works in this game is, let me change my drawing tool here. You're going to aim them at an edge of a hex. So basically, they're going to see this hex here, but then this hex is then going to branch off into Mike, well done. Why am I having trouble figuring this out right now? Oh yeah. So this is they see this range here, this whole area. So in front of them and then to the side, and if they can see like the arcs coming out this way. Is how it works. So they can't see this spot or anything behind them. So I'm hoping no enemies move that way, and I can basically I can see all the way down here, which is in line of fire of all of those guys. So that's what I'm trying to do, trying to set up so I can still see all of them. I could rotate it. Actually, you know what? No, I am going to unpack them a little bit differently, because this is a little bit better in case the bad guys, in case they decide to move further this way, I can at least cover this whole area with that mortar team. So we'll do it that way. I'm packing that direction. Okay, I'm done. Oh wait, I've got 1 CP, sorry. Let's move the Jeep for free with a speed die. And I got another CP to move them 1 more here. I'll try to provide some support fire down there. Alright. Bad guy turn. Here we go. Covering fire. So this is what they want to do, but honestly, they're happy. The purple's happy. We're going to skip them because they're in a control point. And I'll just show you what I mean by that. All the cards say this. Skip purple units on victory control point, on any neutral enemy control point, unless adjusting the firing arc is needed. Oh yeah, they have a firing arc as well. Actually, those guys don't have a firing arc. So basically, we're going to skip them no matter what. But just pointing out that that's their happy state. No blue units. Yellow unit is done. Green unit. We do have green units to activate. So like it goes by pretty quick, like I said, when you get used to it. So we're back to this one. So we want to select closer to a victory control point without an ally on it. So that would be this one here. This is a victory control point without an ally on it. So they want to activate that one. And they're going to, if the enemy has a unit on a BCP, which they do, that's us, it's going to spend control points to assault it. So basically, we're going to spend 1 cube, and it wants to move into this spot and attack us. So assault rules are special in that they want to. Yeah, I figured this was gonna happen. They want to. I use these orange cubes to keep track of who's assaulting. This is something that's special I do. So they're in this space and they're trying to stop us from capturing the point. Is basically what's happening. Figured that was going to happen, but whatever. It's fine. But now that they're assaulting, they're happy. So we'll skip them for the rest of the time. Nothing else to activate. We move on to our turns. We have more. We can move our... Yeah, we're going to spend these 2 to move our Jeep here. Okay, there we go. Bad guy turn. Blue, no blue. Purple's happy. Yellow's happy. We got green. So they want to do this one. So the only green that would... Well, actually, we have 2 greens I can move. It's going to be this guy or this guy. One of these 2 guys are going to do something. So closest unrevealed, they're both revealed. Closest to victory control point without an ally on it. So the next one would be this here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this guy is the closest now. So we're looking at this guy here. What is he going to do? Assault onto an enemy within CP range. Yep. We're just getting assaulted all over the place. So this guy says, hey, I want that victory control point. He's going to then move through his friendly unit. 1, 2... Yeah, it's going to move from here. This is getting really crowded. Move that away. So he's going to move into here and assault our unit there. So spend a speed die. And he's going to be happy as well. Oh, I'm putting a cube on him so I know he's assaulting that spot. Okay. Our turn. We're kind of done with our stuff. We do have another round for bad guy though, and this is the only guy that's not happy. So basically, we'll just see what he wants to do. He wants to do this green defense. So he wants to move to capture an occupied control point within CP range. So he's still going to take any unoccupied control point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, he can get there. Left that one undefended. He's just gonna run up to that spot. There we go. Not ideal. Okay. We still have this one at least, so that's good. That's good. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3. Actually, he would probably take this one. Yes, he would. It says here there's tiebreaker on this card. Movement priorities, victory control point. So he wants to come here because he can run 1, 2, 3, 4 right into that spot. Okay, because he's got a speed die. This might be a quick game, guys. Might be a real quick game, but we're done with all our stuff. So let's pick up all the cubes here that we don't need, and we're going to move on to the damage phase, which I'll explain how that works. Because we have definitely a lot of combat going on in this one here. You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. It's no problem. I'm sure you're like, why did you move that guy there? I'm not very good at this game, honestly. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Don't come in for strategy. Don't come in for strategy. Okay. Damage phase. Let's talk about this because I went through it real quick last time. So we'll go through it here. Machine guns have a special ability called pinning. Basically, you can think of like suppressive fire. Oh, wait, hold on. I got something for this. Hold on. I got something for. There we go. Oh, that's not it. That's the wrong button. There it is. Suppressive fire. Right. Okay. So, basically, means is you can pin another enemy down and they won't be able to attack back. There's no machine guns in this game yet. But we'll probably see them eventually. Let me make sure I'm not lying. Yeah, these aren't machine gunners, so we're good there. I can totally read that, Matt, as in oh gosh, he's an excellent voice. He's in Shawshank Redemption. I can't think of the actor's name. I totally hear that voice. So All right. And now we're going to do the horrible thing, neutralize any points in contention. And then we're going to assign damage and collect experience. So, neutralize means this one is going to become neutral. Boop, it's gone now. And then before I forget, let's also drop down this one and this one. Our income's dropping because we no longer control that one. Let's see. Yes, that's the only one that is getting neutralized. Okay. And now we're going to collect. I always do this first, collect experience. We always get 1 experience by default. And now we're going to assign damage. And damage in this game is simultaneous. And then after we assign damage, we're going to roll to see how damage gets blocked and all the fun stuff, apply damage, and then destroy stuff and get experience. But the important thing for this one is assigning damage now. So let's talk about that specifically. In this game, this chart is king. So you can see here that this is the unit type, and this is the different types of damage in the game. Let me see if I get this right. Yeah, here we go. So here's the different damage types. There is AI, anti-infantry, AP, armor piercing, HE, high explosive, and flame. So flame is special. Flame basically can't be stopped. It's basically automatic damage. High explosive is the only damage that is variable. You actually have to roll to see if you hit or miss, or how effective explosive is. Otherwise, you've got anti-infantry, good against the people, the people, not non-vehicles, and armor piercing, good against vehicles. Because there are machine guns at least. You didn't buy machine guns, so you couldn't stop that corrupt infantry overrunning the town. It's true. Yes, Morgan Freeman, that's the guy. Yes, yeah, I could upgrade my building to get the machine gun. It would have been good, but yeah, that's just maybe not good strategy, right? Okay, so what does that mean exactly? You don't really have to know a whole lot, but thematically it makes sense here. So anything with a dash here in this chart means they are vulnerable to that damage. In other words, any green unit, infantry units, if they're assigned in this damage, is automatic. Automatic hits. But if they're assigned armor piercing is not good against infantry, and so you actually have a resistance to it. So we'll actually roll to see if we block it. Interesting about this game is all the damage you assign is automatic, essentially, but you roll for defense instead of attacks in this one, and so you see if you are able to block it. That's kind of a good way of saying it. So, but anything we don't have a dash here means we don't roll for defense; it's automatic damage. So infantry take damage from everything except for armor piercing. They can potentially block that. And then like the vehicles here, they take a lot of damage to armor piercing rounds, right? But everything else except for but the other forms of attack is for flame, of course. They can potentially block. So that's how you read this one. Anything with a no symbol in it, crossed out, means they're immune to that damage. They can never take any damage regardless of how much you assign to it. Yeah, there you go. Semi-deterministic. There you go. That's a good way of saying it. Just avoid buying high explosives. Yes, because that one is the only one that you roll for. So yeah, this is how that works. Now, there is one special symbol down here, and that is this. This is, you play with advanced rules, which we will play here, but any heavy units, if you attack from the front, they have a static defense. Means they have automatic two defense dice no matter what. So you kind of don't attack any tanks from the front. You attack from behind or something else, some other direction. But we don't have to worry about that right now. We have no heavy vehicles in the game at this moment. We will probably see them soon, though. In a few rounds, at least. So, all right. So now, with that understood, let's look at our units. So when this unit attacks, he has a anti-infantry damage. So I can choose to assign this to anybody I can see within their range. But I did upgrade them, so they have an extra one. They actually have 2. So this unit, right here, he can actually assign 2 of those anti-infantry dice to any one unit within normally 2 range, but this is 3 range. But they have to be able to be spotted. So in this case, it is actually going to be basically everyone. That's how that's going to work. So it does make sense to assign that dice here because honestly, they're going. It's not effective, but the other units totally worth assigning damage to them. Now I think look at the health of everything. I kind of want to gang up on a unit to kind of take one out is the goal. I might try to assign it to this guy here. Now, this guy is assaulting. What that means is he's actually in this hex here. These 2 units are sharing that hex. They're in a close combat battle. So if I attack with this guy, he's actually going to look at this defense here. And this one actually does have cover, unfortunately. So I will be shooting to cover from that one. Actually, if I shoot the... No, they're in cover over there too. Yeah, we'll go that way. So what I'm going to do, and how you assign damage is very simple. You grab any of these dice, and you're going to just plop them onto that guy. So I'm going to assign my 2 damage to that guy there. Okay? Anytime you assign damage that could result in damage, doesn't have to. Oh, thank you. I did miss that. He doesn't benefit from cover. You're correct. Thank you. Because he's assaulting. Basically, he's too busy running across the field, so he can't take advantage of the cover from a strategic position. But because I signed a potential damage, I get automatic 1 experience. That's the cool thing about the game. As long as you try to damage stuff, you'll get experience. But it is based upon the number of units you're assigned damage to, not each time you assign damage to a unit. So if I spread out my damage to a bunch of different units, I get a bunch of experience, but I might not destroy any of them. So it's a little bit of a give and take on how you want to approach it. Yes, I'm stealing the game. That's right. That's right. All right. And then we'll go ahead and assign the damage from our Jeep as well. Our Jeep has 1 infantry die. I'll also assign it to that same unit. Okay. So why did I put speed dice on them? It's supposed to be infantry dice. Okay. 1, 2, and another one on it. Okay. From our Jeep here. Okay, now, technically I don't even have to do that because I know the damage is going to hit him no matter what, but I'm going to do it for explanation purposes for now. Now, I don't get another experience because I already assigned damage to that unit. If it was a different unit, I would get more experience. So, all right. I assigned damage from these 2 guys. I still have this guy over here who... Whoops, you guys can't see it, sorry. This guy down here who can shoot. Now, he can't shoot this guy because he's in his spot. He can shoot basically anyone else. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, no. He's lined up far. He's not looking at this guy here. It'd been really nice to, like, lob a grenade at this building. It would be really, really fun. So... Yes, I do ignore rules that would help me. That's true. I do often do that. But this one does do high explosive damage, and that arc means I can shoot over buildings. So this one, I guess we'll go ahead and assign the damage. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll target that guy. High explosive damage. We're going all in over there because this might actually take out that unit if I roll well with that die. Okay, but that means I'm not getting much experience. But that's okay. That's fine. All right, so we signed all our damage. Let's then assign damage from the other guys. This guy, he can only see here, and this guy can see here as well. So this guy's going to be attacked by those 2, which looks like it's going to be 1 infantry. Oh, this guy's got an infantry and an armor piercing. Looks like. Yeah, he's got 2. That's not great. They might die. They might die. Okay. Okay. But not before they get a shot off. So, and then up here we've got this guy. And he has one anti-infantry attack. So now you might be asking, like, well, how do I choose who they can attack? They have a range of 3. So they can attack a bunch of things up here. That can be determined by this target priority chart. Just don't roll poorly. Exactly. That's right. You focus priority on the side one. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's really exactly what I'm doing. I think you might be a little bit behind me, Brian, on that. On the timing of the stream. We'll see. But this one is attacking with this symbol here. So basically, the AI wants to go after green units first. Then it'll go after yellow units, purple units, and then red. In that order. So it wants to go after green units. So because if we're looking at this area up here, this is the closest green unit you can see. So it's going to shoot at this one. So we'll assign one green die, or one green anti-infantry. There. Cool. To that unit. This guy up here, oh, he's got high explosive. He also wants to go for this guy here. Okay. Okay. So we got those 3 dice coming from that guy. Okay. We're done with the... And now I'm going through this because I'm explaining all the rules. It would normally be a lot faster because I can actually just deduct health in some of these situations. But I want to explain everything as we go through it. So we just got done with this one here. Assign all damage. And now we're going to do the defender rolls the dice. Okay. So... Oh, actually... We do have to roll for the high explosive up here. So let's see if this one is going to even make contact. So how that works is... Oh, not that one. Well, this is okay. Ignore the failed success. I'll explain it in a second. But these are different results on a die. If I roll this green symbol with that die, it's going to count as 2 hits. Any black symbols count as 1 hit. Any red symbol is no hits. I just need 1 damage assigned to this guy up here, and he will die. But... It's a 2/3 chance, basically. So let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. Come on, no red, no red, no red. Rookie Grenadier didn't assign damage yet. Yeah, these guys both attacked here. Yeah, they both. Yeah, this guy attacked here. That's how it was. They have range 2. So. Yeah, one of the dice is from him, and the other 2 dice are from this guy. So, if I miss something, let me know. Let me know. All right, let's see what I do for that guy up there, the rookie. Oh, you mean him? You are correct. I missed him. You are correct, sir. Yeah, he would attack with 1 anti-infantry die on this guy here. All right, but I still got to roll a die to see what it does. Yep, I got up. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Oh, 1 damage. Okay, that's black. So that's 1 damage. That's perfect. So, that's going to be 4 damage on that guy, which is... He's got 4 health. He's dead. Woo! Okay. Yes. So, if we look up here, he doesn't have... This is a good example to walk through first, because this guy's not dealing with any cover. I did 1 success with the... Let's pull up this other sheet so we can walk through it together. And if I'm not making sense, let me know. I can slow down or explain something more clearly. But because I'm attacking a green unit, I attacked with high explosive, which they can't block, and then these they can't block either. Now it's a total of 4. I just rolled 1 damage on the high explosive, and I've got 3 there, which is enough. They only have 4 health, so we did destroy that unit, which is great because they won't be taking over that control point. So he is dead. Now, the enemy would get an experience point, but they don't care about experience. So, not in this one. They only care about victory points. But we care about victory points. So, we actually gain 1 victory point. Boop, boop. Winning! For now. Alright, let's see what this is going to do here. So, this one is assigned this die here. Actually, I might as well keep this up. Actually, let's make this smaller. There we go. Okay. So, what this means is, because I have a resistance there, I get to roll this die to see if it connects or not. And to see if it connects, let me pull up this other one I had pulled up earlier. Very simple. Any reds is a fail on blocking. Anything but a red is a success on blocking. So I'm rolling this 1 die, and I'm hoping I don't roll a red, and they won't take any damage, my Jeep over there. So, let's see what happens here. Don't roll a red. Woo! He blocked it. He's good. No damage. Hey, Frodo, how's it going? Cool. So far, so good. Destroyed a guy. Didn't take any damage. There. Okay, but we have to resolve the rest of the damage around the board. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So we have this one here. So this one is going to attack by... him. So let's roll the explosive damage to see what that's going to be assigned down there. So he got 1 out of that. Okay. These 2 would be automatic. Okay. So I have 3 damage coming to this group that only has 4 life. They will survive this, but with 1 left. However, they're in cover. So you see here that this is green around them. So that's heavy cover. The high explosive round is basically, it shoots up and over the cover. And so that one I can't actually stop. So I'm going to take 1 damage from that one. The rest of these I'm going to roll for, though. And so just like before, similar to before, I get to roll 2 defense because this is heavy cover. It's got 2 pips. I roll 2 dice for that. So if I roll 2 blocks, I block it all. Or block the rest of it. So we'll see what happens. Oh, 2 blocks. We're good. Sweet. So didn't take any damage there. Ooh, well, 1. 1 from the high explosive round. Okay. Doing okay. And then down here, we have this guy being attacked by these symbols. So, he's being assaulted. But he's in cover. So, I'm going to get 2 defense dice. And this one is going to be potential. So, what I mean by that is, we look at this chart here. I can resist that potentially. So, what that means is, this one I'm going to roll to see if I can block it, and I'm going to roll 2 dice to see if I can block these 2 attacks anyway. So there's a potential I can stop all of this. I'm going to just roll all 3 at one time. Hopefully I don't see any reds. Reds means I take damage. Okay. Oh, no reds! Sweet! Okay. Survived. Now, anytime an assault happens and the defender survived, the assaulter has to move back. So he's going to move back 1 space. Because they were trying to push into that zone, and we fought them off, or survived, as to say. We didn't really fight them. And they back up. Okay. We have that one down there. That's fine. That's it. We're done now. Sweet. Actually, that was okay. That was okay. I was worried it was going to be a lot worse than the actual outcome. Let's go ahead and look at this. So we applied the damage, removed destroyed units, we gained their experience, and victory points. Remember, if our units died, we would have got more experience. Okay. And also, it does mention about assault. If you're playing this game for the first time, I recommend not playing with assault rules. Also recommend some of these other things. The rulebook does a very good job saying, hey, ignore the stuff for the first few games. It's a good one it's good to follow those tips because there's a lot to keep track of. It's not hard, but it can be overwhelming at first. So it does a good job like easing you into the full game. Okay, we're done with that. Moving on. Fun stuff. Neutralize points, capture flags, and adjust incomes. So looking around the board, do we have anything being neutralized? We don't. But we get to capture some flags. So, we get to capture this flag. Oh, wait, this one gets captured. No dices from cover. Assaulting is in the same hex. Oh, yeah. From this one you talk about, yeah. So this one, he's not going to get cover from... Oh, you mean from this guy, you mean? Let me know, Kingston, if you mean... Because this guy is shooting into that zone too, right? If it was just this guy attacking, then yeah, he wouldn't get the cover stuff. But because he's attacking, I believe he gets the cover. Let me know if I messed it up. But they're going to take this flag here, which is going to give them this control point, which is going to give them 1 income. This one we are going to take. That's going to give us 2 here. And we did get this one down here. It's going to give us 2 fuel. And then that one up there we got, which is going to be ammo and a control and a point. And oh, not this, sorry. Oh wait, hold on, wrong one. I messed it up. This should be at, oh wait, I'm at 2 here, sorry. Yeah, that's at 2. Oh, sorry, since 2 guys shooting, you're right. Cool, thank you, appreciate it. No. Yeah, don't worry. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of like little rules in here, so I might miss them, but anybody who knows this game, very welcome with all the support, because there's a good chance I could miss something. Like I said, it's weird because, yeah, he's right. If there was no one else attacking this spot, I wouldn't get the cover, because they're like close combat, right? Makes sense. Okay, sorry, let me make sure. I got 2 here, got 1 over there, so I'm at 3 for income. That is 2. And I get 1 red, 2 red. It's still not 1. Yes. 1, 2, 3 income. Yes. They have 1 blue. They're going to take this other victory point out down here. Oh, way down here. Oh boy. So they're going to get 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's correct. They have 3. All right. Off to an early lead. So far, it is the easy bot. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when we're watching. Okay, so I think I upgraded all our incomes. So now we can go through collecting resources. So very simple. So we're going to get, well, we'll tuck this away so you guys can see. 1 here. And it looks like we're going to get 2 here. 1, 2. Another 2. And then the nice thing is we're getting 3. 1, 2, 3. So you see how that income helps a ton with getting points, right? So it's the primary way of getting points. You can kill stuff, get some points, but honestly, that's the big one. I'm going to adjust this up here as well. So we're going to be at 5 points, and the bad guy is going to get 3. So they're at 4. So we're winning by 1 point. By 1 point, but we're winning. We're winning. So, okay. Check for end of the game. We don't have 11 points, so the game doesn't end. We would continue on. Now we can spend stuff to level up. Here's the fun stuff. The best part about the game, I think, is like, ooh, what do I buy now? Okay. I have 2 experience to spend. I was planning on getting this Recon sweep too, so I can actually see what's coming. But maybe it doesn't matter a whole lot. They control 3. I think I only see 2. There's 1 back here. This one's not, it's not on the camera. So 1 down here. And 1 up here and 1 up here. So it's 3. Yeah, so this is the one you couldn't see. Sorry about that. It's stuck behind the building. I'll move it so you can see it a little better that way. There we go. Yep. So I think... Yeah, sorry about that. The terrain is awesome. I love playing with it, but it makes it a little difficult to film, not gonna lie. But I can't play without the terrain. It's so cool. It's so cool. Do I unlock this next building to get machine gunners just so you can see how that works? Maybe. But let's get a heavy vehicle for sure. I think that makes a lot of sense. So what I'm gonna do is spend 1 of my experience. I'm gonna unlock this new tank. So I chose it specifically so in this playthrough you guys can see a little bit of everything in the game. Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that. So we're gonna get the M5A1 Stewart. So this is gonna be a red health tank, two range, and then it's gonna have two different attack types. So you can see here this little swoosh on top of it. That's a turret. So the cool thing about turrets is you can assign them independent of each other. So like normally you can like all your attack goes to one target. And this one, I've got a turret that can turn and shoot with a anti-infantry gun, and another turret can turn and shoot for the armor-piercing round. So I can, of course, assign to one or two different ones. And the nice thing is, it doesn't matter which way I'm facing. I can have a 360 arc, and I can shoot all around me, which is really, really fun. But you should be at 2 manpower income. No? Probably. Let's check. Oh, 1. No, only one, it looks like. The only one I see is this one here with manpower income. This one is the bad guy controls it still. The red flags are the bad guy, the blue ones are me. This one I still have, and then the rest of them don't have manpower, unfortunately. So, but yeah, so we unlocked that one. Let's go and buy one. So it's gonna be 2 manpower and 3 fuel. 2. Buying a tank early, but like I said, I want to show you how they work. So grab that, and of course grab the tank itself, which, you know, like really, really cool miniatures, honestly. Like, it's so fun. And the cool thing is, if you're unfamiliar with the different types of tanks and units and stuff in the game, because it's all based on history, you just flip it over, and guess what? There it says Stewart. So really, really nice. They put the names on the bottom of these so you know which miniature goes with which tank. Very, very easy. You get 1 of each for free. Oh, you're right. I screwed my income. You are correct. You're correct. I should have another, so I should have another income here. Which means I kind of screwed up. I screwed up my incomes. I screwed up my incomes. Oh, bummer. So fuel should be at 1, 2. I should have 3 fuel. Or 3 ammo. Yes, I should have another one here. So yeah, okay. Yep, I screwed it up. I'm gonna move these up 1 each. And this goes up 1 each. Okay, cool. Okay, I messed it up. You're right. I Steve the base income. I did miss the base income. I set them all at 0 for some odd reason. It should be on 1. Except for victory points. That's correct. Yes, just to make it hard for you. We don't need the resources. That's fine. We don't need the resources. Oh, man. Yeah. Sorry about that. That news is going to mess something up. So that's good. We can buy another unit, which is what I wanted. All right, let's grab this guy. He is a big old tank with my red die. And he has how much health? 3 health? And he's got 2 speed dice, so he's going to be super, super fast, which is great. That's not a 2. He's got 3 health. 3 health. There we go. And let's see. Yeah, we'll put him over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can send him right in the fray and start shooting at everything there. I like it. Steve does it in every game. Why his name is a verb? That's true. I would like to get some more units coming out though. How much is it for a new? Okay. All right, well, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna spend the resources. No, I can't do. Oh no, this will work. This will work. Spend the resources to unlock our next building. So now we have this building unlocked. which I have 3 manpower left, I'm going to buy a machine gun team. So that way you guys can see how they work. So they're going to have 3 health. So I'm going to grab one of these stands and grab 3 army men to put on there. And you might be wondering, well, how do I know they are machine gun guys? Well, the game comes with these little miniatures. So you can see here, let me turn my green screen for a second. See here, this is a machine gun. To differentiate from the mortar team, which has a little mortar on it. So they are gray in color because they're not health, but they are an added indicator and coolness factor, so you know what team they are. And also, similar to the mortar team, these ones do have to be unpacked. So right now, they're in no fires mode. At some point, I'll be able to unpack them and then start firing. But I want to get them out because they have a unique rule for pinning as well. Oh, they also have better vision. So I'm going to put a die on there for vision so I can keep track. They actually see further than normal. So they have 3 range and 3 vision. Yeah, some of these rules say like, hey, can't set up in transports and stuff like that. So ideally, I'd want to move them to a building, set up on a building, start rain fire from a building. Well, I stop at 1 Stuart. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I could get more than 1 Stuart. Yeah, I am trying to show a variety, Ryan. Like, I probably would have been smarter to get 2 Stuarts, but I'm trying to show a variety of different enemy types, or not enemy types, units in the game, so people can see more of the game. Like I said, don't watch for strategy. Just try and give a few for the game. So, let's put this guy here. 1, 2. Yeah, I can go there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's not too bad. Actually, do they have firepower? They have firepower. Yeah. You're kind of out in the open. But I kind of like the idea of... We're going to do it. I'm going to spend some of this ammo. And we're going to unlock... I'll go ahead and buy their upgrades already. This one here. Oh, I actually have experience too. Do I? Yeah. We're giving firepower. And you know what? Yep. I'm gonna spend it. I'm gonna spend the last experience we have. I'm gonna give them a speed die as well. Okay. So that's our last experience. Okay. Hey, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, Brian. Yeah, it's injury rounds for 50 cal. Exactly. They're gonna burn stuff. And they're faster, which is good. So they're all fully upgraded. Bought both those upgrades. Okay. We're probably gonna do one more round and call it quits. So, because it'll be a long. I gotta get my son ready for school in the morning. So, but I wanted to show you the game because it's really, really fun. All right. So we spawned those guys. The enemy is going to. We're gonna move the marker over, and they're going to then spawn a blue and then a purple with an asterisk. So let's look at this closer. Asterisk, we come down here and we look at our victory points. So if we have 0 to 1 victory points, that star becomes 0. We have 2 victory points, it's 1. In our case, we have 5. We're actually doing pretty good. They're going to get 2. So that star means there's going to be 1 blue and 2 purple units. No problem. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, it'll be the last round, and I'm going to go off to bed myself. So, we get a blue and 2 purples. Boop, boop. Okay. And if you're curious about the colors on this, they actually have a letter on it. So you can tell if you're colorblind or having trouble distinguish. It might be hard on the camera, but you can tell with the letter there. The P for purple and the B for blue. Okay. That's it. We bought everything. Points. Next round. CP time. Okay. Okay, let's get our Let's get our machine gunners. 1, 2. They have a speed die, so we spend that speed die to run up here. And into that control point. Okay. I could actually unpack them right now, but I'm going to hang on to that because I want to see what the bad guy's going to move before I unpack them so I can choose a firing arc. Because my thought is I want to target this guy with that flame. Maybe we can destroy the building he's in while he's in it, which would be kind of fun. And then I've got another CP here. Let's start moving our tank. So 1, 2, 3. We're moving right here. I can move him 3 because he's got 2 speed dice. So it's super fast. We can actually move him twice again. So, okay, that's it. Let's see what the bad guy's gonna do. 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay. Card. There we go. Purple. They do have purple. So we're gonna choose one of the purples to go. Unrevealed. So not gonna be that guy. It's gonna be one of these two. Otherwise, it's gonna be reading order. Reading orders means this guy. What does he want to do? He wants to move to capture an unoccupied control point within CP range. So what that means is unoccupied control point would be here. Well, it's already captured actually. So he can't get to anywhere. So he's not gonna be able to do that. If none, move to max range toward the nearest and, if revealed, the highest priority enemy, spotting if needed. So he wants to get within range to attack us. It's got 3 range, so it wants to go towards him. Yes. So 1, 2, 3. The building's kind of in its way, so it wants to go. Line of sight is center to center. So the question is, if I'm here. Center to center is going to hit the building? I think it is. Let's zoom in so you can see a little better. Let's see. Center to center. Oh, no, we can. So it's going to go there. It's 1, 2, and then we're going to flip it. So here is the team, and they've spent 2 of their points. Also, these have a little arrow on it that tells you the facing matters for this one. So that is a veteran machine gun team. And they can actually pin and attack us. So that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, boy. They've got 3 range. Yeah, they're going to stop there. Okay. The next one, we have 1 CP left over. So we're going to look at this card. We have blue that can go. Blue is always the barrage card. So we have 1 blue unit way up in the corner here. And so he is going to move toward a hex 4 range away from the nearest spotted enemy. So that's going to be this guy. 1, 2, 3. Center is going to hit that. Can't go there. He would go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. We'll go there. Okay. Move here. Oh, you know what? He can't get there. He would try to move there. He's going to move here first. Because all they have is 1 CP. So he's going to move there, and that's as far as he goes. Okay. If it comes up again, he might still move there, but he might change his movement, which is kind of cool. Back to us. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, you know what? These dice are... I forgot to reset these dice, these speed dice. What is this? Oh yeah, he's got speed dice on him too. That's right. This is not a spent speed dice yet. I'm tempted not to spend any CP yet. Because I can move these guys around, but I want to maintain those control points. I can move my Jeep, but I kind of want to see where they go first before I move my Jeep. My Jeep can move pretty far too. Yeah, I'm going to not spend those for now. Because I've got 6 more command points. That should be plenty for how far I want to move these guys. All right. Because I kind of want them to move closer to me, which is not great, but whatever, it's fine. All right. Next turn, we have tactical advance. Blue barrage flips. Oh, you're correct. You are correct. I did miss that. He is in line. You can see now. He can see us. We can't see him. So that doesn't have any flip effect, which is good. The bad news is, look at that. This is an emplacement. So what that means is it's not going to move for the rest of the game. It's going to stay in that spot. It will, at some point, rotate, but it's got a firing arc, just like before. So 4 range and 3 armor-piercing rounds. So that is going to go 1, 2 here. 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to aim like that. So it's going to be right around the corner of the building. Wait, was it there? Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't know if it flips yet. I might have been early on that because this building is in its spot. It's got this little bar here. And if I draw a line of sight from here to here, it's going to hit that building, that hex. So I don't think it should flip it yet, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nothing else is in its. Sorry, not yet. I do need to flip it, but not quite yet. Sorry about that. Let me know if you disagree, if I'm messing up, Salah. So appreciate it. So, where was I? I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I was doing the tactical advance, so we got the purple. Purple, which is going to be unrevealed. This one's going to go. And he wants to move to capture an unoccupied control point within range. Always move max range to the nearest unit, which will be this guy again. So he's going to go 1 here. And he's going to flip. On the line should reveal, it can still see. Oh, okay. Thank you. I will do that. I thought the line blocked it. I might be missing a cover, so. Alright, flip this over. This guy is going to be facing here to shoot at this guy here. Okay. Oh, he has a revealed effect. There we go. So you see here, revealed anti-infantry damage. So that's going to happen immediately. So 1, 2. Oh, he has to move 1 more space. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So he's going to immediately target this here. Or assign that damage. So, boop. We got 1 damage assigned to us. Or hitting us right now. But the good news is we're in heavy cover. So we can roll 2 dice to see if we block it. No, you're good, Salah. You're good. Totally good. I appreciate the help. Oh my gosh, I failed both that rolls. Oh, wow. I had 2 rolls to block 1 damage. Four is a 2/3 chance I would be successful, and I was unsuccessful on both dice. Well, well, that's okay. So he did his immediate effect. Ran up and shot real quick. Okay. That's it. Oh wait, they have 2 more cubes. Which would be blue, which he can't move anything. He's going to stay there, so he's happy. And then yellow would go, this guy here. So he wants to do yellow assault. So he wants to assault onto an enemy within CP range. So CP range would be 2 plus the speed dice of 3. So he wants to assault at somebody that is closest to a victory control point in reading order. Ah, okay. So we're going to have transport on Jeep battle. So he's going to drive over here and assault there. So I am due. Thanks. I am due. All right. assaulting. So that's it. Our turn. We've got 6 more to spend here. The question is, what do I need to spend it on? Machine gun. Machine guns are only 3 range. Yeah. I think we're going to stop this one here. Well, I can actually wait a little bit on that one. Let's spend one of our points to move our tank right here next to this, because that way it can as I knock everything out of the way. I'm just move out of the way here, that way I can shoot at that into that spot to take out that supply truck, or help take out the supply truck. My Jeep is in a bit of trouble over there, unfortunately. I can move these guys out of to maybe take over that point, but the problem is he's just gonna get slaughtered because he's not undercover anymore. I kind of want to keep him there. Kind of okay with most of it. My only question is, where do I orientate these guys? So let's wait one more turn because I bet they're going to be done moving after the end of this turn. We got 3 more CPs we can use. So let's see what the enemy's going to do. There we go. Yellow is happy. It's assaulting. Purple is also. They can still do stuff. So let's see what that symbol is going to do. So that means unrevealed reading order. So the reading order is going to be this guy is first. Yes, this guy's first. So he's going to move to capture an unoccupied point within Hex. He can't do that. He would just firing arc. Move to max range toward the nearest revealed enemy, spotting it. He's already there. He's not gonna do anything actually. Actually, all of them are gonna be. These guys are happy. That guy down there, he might do something. No, he's gonna stay where he's at. Yeah. So we're gonna skip that. They're not gonna do anything. Blue is happy as well. Green. Okay, we're down to green on this card for this one here, the bottom one. So green defensive is this one. Close to the victory control point without an ally on it. So that is going to be this guy here, and he's going to probably move to capture an unoccupied control point within CP range, which there aren't any. If not, move to max range toward the nearest and if revealed highest priority enemy. Okay. So he's basically going to back up to this unit here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep, he's going to back up. What is he going to do? Because he's targeting this guy here. All right. Our turn. This is our last turn. With that information... Oh, he's out of range of us. No! Okay, I'm glad I waited. Let's turn our guys here this way. Assign a CP to unpack them. Here. So at least this way they can attack the building. So... Okay, and I still have a little bit of CP left over. I'm going to move our tank one more space right here in the middle. Right here in the middle, because that way you can attack both those guys. Okay, we're done. Let's see what the bad guy does, and then that one. So the only one I think would use is this guy here. Oh no, this guy, potentially. Unrevealed, closer to a victory control point without an ally on it. He is now the closest one. So he's going to move to capture it. Move to capture an unoccupied one. If none, move to max range towards the nearest end if reveal the highest priority enemy, spotting if necessary. Actually, he's already there. Yeah, so I think he's going to just stay there. Because he wants to attack this guy here. And you can already see him, so. Okay. I think that's it. Alright, let's move on to the damage phase, and then we'll see how this works. So, pull back the cubes. All the cubes. That's it. Okay, let's do the damage stuff. So, let's do our damage first. Now, one thing we have to do before everything else is machine guns happen. So this is why I wanted to spawn as machine guns so you can see how that works. So they're going to assign their damage and pins first. So this guy is the only machine gun guy on the board currently. No, this guy too. This guy as well. So they have a special ability called pinning. And we can look at it with this card here. You see this symbol here, pinned. So we can assign that to someone we're attacking. Basically, they won't be able to attack back or attack at all. So this guy, because he's targeting here, he's gonna pin us, unfortunately, and then assign. Oh my gosh, three dice to us. Good grief, they're dead. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my gosh! So my mortar team is under fire. They cannot attack anybody, and hopefully they just roll well. We also have these guys, and they can pin as well. Now the only one they're attacking here is this guy here in the building. But I believe when you're in a building, you cannot be pinned because you've got plenty of cover. You fire at it. There's plenty of space to hide, so they're actually not going to get pinned. But I can still assign my damage to them. Because we did upgrade them to a fire. There's going to be a flame damage and a regular infantry damage there. Okay. Which is going to actually damage that building, which is kind of cool. Okay, so those guys. So we got the machine gunners done. Now let's assign damage for everyone else. He's not going to assign damage. This guy is going to target... who? Let's look at the target priority. You want to do lowest health. Yes. So he's going to assign his damage here as well. Poor guy. Our machine mortar team is just going to get pummeled. Just absolutely pummeled. Looks like you're going to assign... Actually, they would be kind of smart, though. Because, let me think about this. They can roll 2... Okay, yeah, he would sign there. This guy... He would assign his damage to over here. Because this is enough damage to guarantee kill them. There's no way I can stop that. This is going to be over here. And then this is going to... Oh, wow, they got pinned with even more damage? Yeah, so technically there's even more damage on them. Another pin from this guy. I forgot about this guy. This guy would put 3 dice here. Oh, wrong type of dice. No, that's right. 1, 2, but it's armor piercing, so we have resistance to it at least. Oh my gosh, there's so much damage coming at them. And then this one has high explosive. What's he gonna shoot at for high explosive? What was that? The purple and the green. Yeah, so he's also getting attacked as well. Good grief. It's a bit overkill. Bit overkill. Oh my gosh. Yeah, technically it would because there's a good chance I could block or stop that damage. Yeah. Okay. And this one is going to do just a single die to our... What type of damage is that? He wants to go for yellow. Yes. So he's going to put it here. Okay. So that is all the enemy dice on all our units. We can assign our damage back to them, though. We did assign one here. Let's get our... Oh, we want experience. Plus 1 experience for assigning dice here. And then we have this guy who can target something. And our tank. Let's have our tank do armor-piercing damage to this GP or the supply truck here. And then he's going to split up his damage, actually. We're going to assign it over here as well. So that's going to be 2 more experience. And this guy can shoot with an extra dice. Yes, we're going to just do it here. Okay. Okay, so now we can resolve our damage. So this one, let's look down here together as a group. Is super dead, as you can probably guess. So let's talk it over a little bit. Oh, sorry, moving my camera too much. They have 2 defense, so I would technically roll to block 2 of these, but the 3 is going to go through no matter what. Max I can block is 2 because of the cover. And so basically they got blown up. They died. Didn't even attack anything. Kabooey. Okay, but we do get 1 experience as consolation prize. The bad guy is going to get 1 victory point, of course, for blowing them up. Okay. The next one to do, let's look at this one here. So this one is going to get fire damage. Fire damage happens first. It cannot be blocked. So they're going to take 1 damage. Straight up. Well, they have... Not exactly. Well, the building's going to take 1 damage here. And I forget, does fire damage... Do you roll for fire damage in a building? I did forget that rule. Hold on 1 second, guys. Because normally fire damage is special. Flame is used for special damage as guaranteed damage, ignoring all defense rolls. Yeah, it ignores all defense rolls. Yep. So they're going to take 1 damage no matter what, but they still get to roll for it. Is how it works. So they're going to roll 2 dice. Well, this would be an automatic damage normally, but they have 3 defense while in a building like that. So we're going to roll these 3 dice to see how much do they block. They blocked 2 of it, so that's enough to stop this 1 damage here. So they only took 1 total damage from the whole thing, but that's okay. The building is on fire. It took a little bit of damage. If I did 1 more damage to it, it would get destroyed. So, and then the enemies would retreat from that spot. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the next one. So here, good grief. Okay, let's roll this high explosive damage. It missed. Sweet. Okay. So we have these 2, which we can roll because we're in heavy cover, and all of these we're resistant to. So we can basically roll all these dice and see how many of these we block. So basically, we don't want to roll any reds. We roll no reds, they don't take any damage. Any reds is damage. If we roll 3 reds, we're dead. 1, 2. We rolled 2 reds! They live! They live! Barely! But they live! Okay, wow. I'm surprised. They deserve a medal for that. Good grief. Okay. This one is going to take 3 damage. They are in light cover, actually, so they get to roll one of these dice, and the rest is going to come through. So let's see if they block. Let's see if they block this one. They did it. They're going to take all 3 damage. Sweet. So down to 1. And our tank did get attacked, and then we have these guys getting attacked here. Now, let me pull it back up again real quick. The light vehicles, they are resistant to anti... Yeah, okay. So, the armor piercing here is going to do 1 damage to their truck, for sure. This other one... Oh, wait, they don't have another one. They did 1 damage. Done. Okay. For us, we get to roll this die to see if we block it. Now, we don't have any cover because we're vehicle, but if we roll anything but a red, we'll be okay. Sweet. No damage. Okay. That is it. That's all the damage. So, pretty okay, actually, considering what was coming at us. Okay. Flags. Looks like the flags are not changing hands. They're not changing hands. Okay. So then we could go ahead and update our income. So we're going to get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. The bad guy is also going to get 3 victory points. And then we would get our resources, which would be 2 more. Looks like we get 3 more here. 3 more here. And then, yes, then we have all this experience to spend. So then we can maybe unlock more stuff, buy a bunch of units, maybe get our last building upgraded. But I'm going to call this playthrough finished at this point. So, big old cliffhanger being tied. But that's okay. Yeah. At this point, we'd be able to get a bunch more units. Probably get some more tanks coming out there. It would be really, really useful. Let me explain one thing I wasn't very clear on. It didn't really matter a whole lot with our tank up there because it had turrets. But when heavy vehicles move, they on advanced rules at least, they can move, depending which way they're facing, they move, well, 1 space and then may turn, or they can turn and then move 1 space. Also, they can back up as well. So they can move 1 space forward or backwards, and they could turn either before or after they move if they want. So the red vehicles are a little tricky to maneuver when you play with advanced rules. And they also have front-facing firing arcs, for example, or turrets, whatever. But this one didn't matter. Once I got there, I can see everything around me. It made it easy to position and shoot around. So, but we're end the play here today. That was just a bit of a taste for Company of Heroes. Tied with 8 points. We need to get 11 points. I think next turn would have been the last round, honestly. And then we need to get to 11. So yeah, we would most certainly get 11. One of us would at that point. So it would have been a close game at least. But wanted to, like I said, give a taste of this game. This one is coming back to GameFound soon. Don't know exactly when. You will be able to get all the content for it. It's also coming back with new expansions. So a new faction and adding planes to the game, which I'm really excited for. They do have some planes. You saw one, I didn't actually use it because I didn't lock it. But the planes in here are like special abilities. You can affect different areas on the map. But it's really, really cool. What got me into the game was it's actually pretty approachable from a wargame standpoint. Like it's got 2 charts. Well, 1 chart really, and another chart for solo co-op. I played other wargames where there's a lot more charts. This one's a lot easier to run through. And then it's a lot about your resources. Managing your resources, trying to figure out what you want to upgrade, unlock, level up. That's all super fun. And then the combos in the game, being able to figure out like, hey, what units are really cool? How can I get a commander that can work with these different types of units? Let's work together different strategies. The co-op's really fun in that, like, hey, I've got this Jeep. I can carry a unit. Why don't you pop in my Jeep? I'll drive you to that spot, and you jump out, and then go attack. It's a lot of fun in that one. It does take up a lot of table space. Like I said here, this is not my preferred way of playing it. I play with 2 maps instead of 1. But 1 map, as you can see now, based upon the playthrough, I did a lot of explaining. I explained the whole game, But if you know how the game works, you can play one map like this in about 90 minutes. It's doable. Or even faster potentially, but it's not very long with one map. With more than one map, it takes a little bit longer. Not a ton though. And of course, the more players you add, it's going to add a lot of time to it. A lot of AIs. You can have team battles as well. You can have multiple AIs against multiple players, which is what my son and I have done from co-op standpoint. Really, really cool in that one. But yeah, ton more for the game. But I want to give you a taste to see how you can see how it works. If you have any questions, anything I did, drop them in the YouTube comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you like this type of stuff, like and subscribe, help us the most. We also have a Ko-Fi or Patreon if you can go the extra level and support us there as well. We also have a Discord, it's free to join. Come hang out, chat with us. But I will say, if you're interested in the game in particular, Bad Crow Games, they have the publisher of this one. They have their own Discord server, which has an excellent Company of Heroes community on there. Super helpful. Everything on there is awesome. They answer all your questions and stuff like that. So that's a really good source if you want to know more about this game as well. That said, I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time at the guild. Bye-bye.